Welcome to the Ink and Alchemy podcast, where passion meets the pen.
Whispers turn to rivers when you write.
Do you have a great story in your mind and it's just trapped there because you don't know how to put it on paper and get it out to the world? Well, then this podcast is for you. I will be taking you through the steps of how to write, edit, publish, create your book cover, format, and all the fun stuff it takes to self-publish your book so that you keep your rights and you can also make some money on the side. Stay tuned. So when I published my first book, I knew absolutely nothing. I sat down in 3 weeks, wrote a 100,000 word book. And I'm giving you the short version. As we go through the course, I'll tell you more about my background story. But just in short, I had no clue what I was doing. I paid a company to publish my book, and in my ignorance, I thought that they were like a traditional publishing company. And what I learned is that they are what's called vanity publishing, and I'll teach you guys the difference later on, or throughout the course. So in this vanity publishing, so they take you send them your manuscript. And I thought, this is how I thought, I send them my manuscript, they're going to edit it, they're going to design a book cover, format it, whatever it needs to be done to make it beautiful and put it out into the market. I found out the day before the book was to be published, or it was already out, scheduled, and it was already ready to be out on Amazon, that the book would not be edited. And that earlier I had found out that they were not going to design a book cover. So I had to send in a book cover, which book cover was hideous. So we'll go through the book covers later. And I was told that to have my book edited, that it would cost 75 cents per word. As you remember, I said I had 100,000 word book, so you can do that math. I did not have that money. I did not have the money to do that, and it was already in a system to be released. It was too late to pull it back now. And so I figured, well, I'm not promoting it, and this company, I learned that for them to even promote my book, it would cost more money. So I don't really know what I paid for, because when I look at it today, I could have done that all on my own for free. And that's what I want you to avoid. I don't want you to go down that path thinking that this company is going to do all these things for you and you're going to find out that that's not how it works. So yeah, I learned a really hard lesson. So my book went out unedited onto Amazon at a time when self-published fiction books were starting to gain popularity. And so you can imagine the reviews were not too pretty. I mean, people love the story. They're just like, gosh, who edited this book? It's horrible. Like, nobody edited the book. So that was my welcome to self-publishing. And I learned a lot, but everything that I learned and all the mistakes I made, that's what I'm going to share in this podcast so that you don't have to go through the same drama that I did, and you can have a stronger foundation for success. So in this pilot podcast, I just want to go through first, before we really get into the course, which would be the next episode, some of the books that I've collected over time that have really helped me. I'm going to go with the first book, which is like the most important book for me. And that book is this one. It's called The Chicago Manual of Style. This is the 15th edition. You don't have to get the latest edition. This is not the latest edition. You can get an old edition. That's fine. I was lucky enough to find a professional editor for traditionally published books. And because that's when I was trying to get my book fixed and get it edited. And I told her, like, look, I don't have the money, and, a lot of bad things that happened. And so she was kind enough to tell me, like, look, get this book, treat it like a textbook, and, cherish it. It gives you everything you need to know on when it comes to self-publishing. So it's an essential guide for writers, editors, and publishers, and it really truly is. So if you can get your copy of this one, it doesn't have to be a latest one. It can be a used copy, it could be the ebook copy, whatever, because the actual copies are really, the new ones are really expensive. Also at the local library, at your local library, they probably have a copy, but like my library, they will not let you borrow it. You can't take it out the library. It's that serious with this book. So if you have one, cherish it. Even if you only read, like, I've never read this whole book, but it's like a reference, right? But I go here when I want to make sure I'm doing the things at an industry level. So that's what this is for. So this is what the industry is going by professionally. So that's one. The second one, at that one. Writer's Reference Guide. Although if you have the other one, you don't have to get this one, but I think this is really good to have as a writer. I think this is a very good book to have. And again, it's all the grammar and stuff. It's great. So, the next one, this one is kind of my guilty pleasure. And as you see, I've used this book a lot. I love words. I don't know. I love words. I think words are fascinating, and I love I love different languages too, and cultures, and I love people. That's just me. So, this Big Words says, what is this? Book of Big Words You Should Know. I bought this at Barnes & Noble years ago. So, but it should still be around. Let me see if I can. I don't know. I'll probably put it in the link where you can find these books. But this book is really cool because it really helps you learn some words. And when you're writing, you want to make it, especially with creative writing, you need words with creative writing. You need different ways to describe things to make it more interesting. So the next book, sorry about that. The next book is actually a recent one, Build Your Author Platform. So this book is going over this is more like marketing for self-published authors. And it's one of the hardest things for us to do is to market our books. But when you self-publish, you are self-everything. Just keep that in mind. You are self-everything. Let me see. The next one, because I write science fiction and paranormal romance and supernatural romance, this is like for that genre. It's 30-second quantum theories. So basically, this is more going into the sciencey, geeky side of me, right? So I like to look up theories and maybe put interesting twists and turns in my books. So anything you're writing about or anything you might be interested in, maybe dive deep into. This is a part of your research as a writer. No matter if it's fiction or nonfiction, you're always going to be doing research. I learn a lot through researching with different stories, different things in the story. Like the book I'm working on now, it's supposed to be based in the U.S., but so far the first 3 books are in London. So I'm actually learning a lot about London, and it's really cool. And this book, Boss Moves, this is completely optional. They're all optional. The only one I really highly recommend is the Chicago Manual of Style. This is more for the marketing because he teaches you, he has maybe 5 books or less. And this man, on one of his books, he's making like $30,000 a day. So I'm trying to get there. But he teaches methods on marketing for anything, not just for books, for anything. But you can apply it to self-publishing and marketing. And that's going to be one of our biggest things, is really getting our book out there. So those are, I think it's 6 books. My 6 books that I collected. I have other books, but these are the ones that I like. I will move with these books. These books stay with me. So I want to thank you for tuning in today for my pilot episode. I hope that you come back next week when we do the first episode and we dive deeper into writing and self-publishing. My goal is to get everybody ready for NaNoWriMo. NaNoWriMo is in the month of November, and it's National Writers Month, and that's the month that writers like to challenge themselves to write a 50,000 word book. So it's a great opportunity, a great way to motivate yourself to write a short book that you will then publish. So that's the whole fun thing for us writers, and it's in November. It's not like I'll go deeper into it, how it works, but I'll be doing we call them, they're like writing sessions basically, where it's all of us on here and we just write. We're just writing. We'll write for like 20 minutes or 10-20 minutes, take a break, and then write again. Take a break, write again. And in between, I'll be giving tips and all that fun stuff to kind of help keep you motivated so that you can get that book done by the end of the month. And then we'll go into how to publish, how to format, how to create a book cover. So you don't have to have great artistic skills on book cover designs. I will show you where you can go to get the book covers done for yourself. It's not as hard as you think, especially today. So I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Have a beautiful and wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Whispers turn